Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so we are going to present about measuring economic and social impact of organizational activities. Okay, so first, let me introduce our group members, which is me myself, Aiman Nafis bin Azali, Muhammad Ali bin Aliman, Muhammad Haziq Danial bin Yusof, Muhammad Shamil Azfar bin Shafian, and lastly, Muhammad Nazrul Hakimi bin Azmi. Alright, so firstly, let's talk about what is an economic impact. Economic impact refers to all environmental factors that influence the economy and financial situation of a company. Okay, so basically, it means how the environmental activities conducted by the company will affect the financial or economy of their business. Okay, so economic impact has two impact, which is the first one is primary impact, a direct impact, and the second one is the secondary impact, which is an indirect impact. Okay, so direct impact includes all direct effects the organization has on the region due to the organization operation. Okay, this includes direct employees, organizational spending, employee spending, and spending by visitors to the organizations. Okay, so for the indirect impact, it includes the impact of local industries buying goods and services from other local industries. The cycle of spending works its way backward through the supply chain until all money is spent outside of the local economy, either through imports or by payments to value added. Alright, so next, let's talk about what is social impact. Social impact is a portion of total outcome which happen as a result of the organization's activity. Okay, so it includes anything that affect the company stakeholder relationship, which involve both internal and external stakeholders such as investors, employees, customers, and government agencies. Alright, now let's move on to the element of social impact. Okay, so social impact has four elements which are input, output, outcome, and impact. Okay, so input is a resources invested in order to make something happen and is measured as cost. Output is a direct result of the business objective. Outcome is the changes to people resulting from the activity that occur over a long time period. And impact is the outcome less an estimate. Okay, so let me give you an example, which is a training on an online business program. Okay, so for the input is the cost incurred for training an online business program. The output is the number of participants on the training online business program. For example, 50 people participate to learn on how to sell on Shopee. Okay, next for the outcome is the number of people who started to open online business through Shopee as a result of the training program. And lastly, the impact. Let's say 40 out of 50 participants are able to use the Shopee application to run their online business. Okay, so I think that's all from me. I shall pass to the next presenter.
Alright, so I'm Haziq. I'm going to explain about the how to measure economic impact. So economic impact is typically measured using four metrics: employment, household earnings, economic output, and value added. So the first one, or we can say probably the easiest one, is employment. This is because we can know whether the activity gives positive or negative impact to the company by measuring the employment in the company. For example, if the employment rate is increasing, we can know that the current organization activities is in good performance. So we go to the second one, household earnings. For simple example of household earnings is employees' wages. We can know that the organization activities in good state or not by looking the employees' wages, whether it is decreasing or increasing for the current month or in the current year. So the next point is economic output. Economic output is the value of the goods and services produced by the company. For example, we can know how good the organization activities by looking at how many products that have been sold by the company or how many services that been done by the company. Thus, by knowing the output of the company, we can know how effective the organizational activities. Last but not least, value added. So, how we can know the activities can add value to the product or services. For an example, If we want to measure if there is value added, we could see the customer respond. If the customer feel an increase in price is reasonable, then there is value added activities. Moving on to how to measure social impact. So there are several tools for companies looking how to measure social impact. If you are wondering what social impact indicators are appropriate for your company, there are few factors to consider. First, make a list of the most significant facts about your firm that you want investors and customers to know. Second, in order to select appropriate social impact indicators, you must first decide how do you want to present your data. This is determined by your target audience as well as intricacy of your metrics. Once you have accurately identified these elements, you may select the social impact investment methods that are appropriate for your company. So there are three methods. The first one is accounting and audit. The procedure, which was introduced in the 1970s, consists of a comprehensive study of the impacts of the company section in three primary sections. Planning, accounting, reporting, and auditing are among the procedures involved. The second one, logic approach evaluation program. This is the best estimating overall social impacts. This method assesses the outputs rather than outcomes that businesses consider when creating initiatives. Social return on investment or short-term SROI are a value-based approach for quantifying social effect. These metrics are focused on demonstrating the value created by social impact activities taken up by the organization. An SROI evaluation can be performed retrospectively to highlight the outcomes of completed projects, or it can be performed in advance to forecast the social value and outcomes of planned activities.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Shamil Azfar bin Shafian and I will talk about the importance of economic and social impact. Okay, the first one is about value chain sustainability. It will encourage corporations to work only with suppliers that adhere to social and environmental standards. Sustainable supply chain management refers to a company's effort to consider environmental and human impact of their product journey through the supply chain, from raw material sourcing to production, storage, and delivery, as well as every transportation link in between throughout the supply chain. It will minimizing the environmental damage caused by the element like as energy consumption, water consumption, and trash creation. The objective is to have a beneficial influence on the people and communities living in and around the company activities. Okay, the second one is obtaining or maintaining a license to operate. Good reputation and image of a company from social perspective can help the company to obtain public sector contract. Companies will be able to show the stakeholder that their activities benefit the economies and society in which they operate. Government should give trust by giving license to the company that perform well while considering social and economic impact in doing business. Talking about government, my favorite part is that the company that develop the advanced sustainable business practice can use their right as a competitive weapon by lobbying government to enact regulation that will force industry competitor to produce similar results. It will force the competitor to invest heavily in technologies that your company may have created or force them to pay heavy fine. So doing good actually could have many potential advantages. Okay, the last one on the importance of economic and social impact is to encourage product and service innovation. New technology in society can promote a higher quality of life, which in turn create a community free to pursue scientific advancement. On a socio-economic level, the impact of innovation is far-reaching and essential for growth. Technological advancement, for example, allow social change group to think big with the right equipment. Social program can tackle global and local issues which improve efficiency. Productivity improve as these organizations spend less time dealing with outdated technology and more time focused on social progress. Plus, social group can spend their money and time in innovation instead of constantly repairing old and faulty equipment. Using the latest technology to solve social issue also have a strong economic impact. As more people have high quality of life, society become more prosperous. Not only does the efficiency of non-profit organization improve with the technology, but this organization provide more employment opportunities to that strengthen the economy.
Hello everyone, I'm Muhammad Nazrul Hakimi will explain both positive and negative impact on measuring economic and social impact of organizational activities. So I will start with the positive impact first. Firstly, through the measurement of economic and social impact of organizational activities, the increase in sales of the business entities can be resulted. A firm or company that has some information about the condition of the current economy is able to make decisions on the initiative to market their products through effective promotion and market segmentation in order to achieve higher sales. Besides, the company positive image can be built and preserved. It can be achieved if a company can contribute some of their revenues to the society. With this, its name and brand can be acknowledged by more people. For example, as a part of the CSR initiative by Fraser and Neff Holdings Berhad, FNN, one of its products, 100 Plus, has been the official isotonic drink of the Badminton Association of Malaysia (BAM) and supporting other events hosted by BAM. The company also will operate their business within the law. From the measurement of social impact of organizational activities, the company will realize how to perform its production process in a lawful manner and thus it can avoid negative impact to the society. For example, the company can perform many ways to ensure its production will not harm the environment, such as reducing the usage of non-disposable material, not disposing of its production waste by throwing them into the river and avoiding burning them in an open area to reduce air pollution. Business sustainability also will be improved when measuring the economic and social impact of organizational activities. Same as the first point, the business firms and companies can make better decisions through the information from such measurement. For example, with sufficient information on efficient marketing of products during the COVID-19 pandemic, business entities can perform online business transactions to sell their product as face-to-face transactions are not allowed. Therefore, from this way, the company can have a sustainable competitive advantage. Next, I will explain the negative impact of economic and social impact measurement. Firstly, companies need to pay for associated environmental management, as there is a responsibility for those companies to produce their products without causing environmental pollution. They will incur the cost to manage their production waste. Besides, the increase in production price will be resulted. Sometimes, in order to create eco-friendly products, the companies have to purchase disposable materials that are more expensive. The material price is increasing because the demand for eco-friendly products is not as high as traditional products. Furthermore, with the unintended losses incurred by the companies through the measurement of economic and social impact on organizational activities, the revenue leakage would happen. By looking at the previous two negative impacts that I have explained earlier, they could be the factor in the occurrence of the company's revenue leakage.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now we will move into the application on the business about the measuring at economic and social impact of organizational activities. So we will look into our example, which is telecom measure. All those informations we got it from the sustainability report of telecom measure. So about economic perspective, telecom measure wants to catalyze Malaysia's transformation into a digital economy via integrated network infrastructure, digital platforms, seamless connectivity, and innovative solutions. And from social perspective, telecom measure want to give an impact by nurturing our people as well as community towards a digitally empowered and enabled future through upskilling and education, reducing inequalities, and providing access to resources that lift people out of poverty. So, how telecommunication wants to measure their economic and social impacts towards the community and the country. So, they have laid out their impact indicators from economy and also social. So from economic perspective, uh, Telecom Malaysia give impact from their e-commerce and digital business. They also provide platform for SMEs to improve their business via internet coverage and connectivity to the companies, internet and mobile penetration, and also network of ICT infrastructures. So all those activities has improved the connectivity in the country and helps to improve the economy of the country. So for social impact indicators, we will look into the access to basic services, basic infrastructure to the community, improvement to skilled B40 entrepreneurs, and Telecom Malaysia also provide ICT scholarships, diversity of workforce, and finally fair and equal wages to the employees of the company. So for the conclusions, it is important for an organization to identify their economic and social impact to every stakeholders, which means including the community surrounding the organizations, because by measuring those impacts, it will lead the organization to make decisions that will benefit them and reduce the risk of getting a negative impact on economic and social factors. Hence, the organizations need to set up indicators to make sure whether the economic and social impacts are positive for the growth of organizations and for the sustainability of the organization itself. So that's all from our groups about measuring and economic and social impact of organizational activities. Thank you.